Okay, everyone. Good morning, afternoon, or evening, depending on where you're calling in from. Thanks for joining us. We're going to give it a minute or two to let some more attendees either log in or give them a chance to get situated and get logged in, and then we'll get started. So bear with us a bit. We appreciate you joining us today, and we'll be right with you.
I see our old standby staple, Mr. Mark, on the attendees. It's good to see you, Mr. Mark, or see that you're with us.
All right, well, let's get going. BCW's got a lot to go over today. We want to give them their full opportunity and window to do so. So we'll get going, and as more attendees arrive, they can join us midstream. But again, my name is Jim Lynch. I'm the GTS Supply Category Manager, and I want to welcome you to the GTS Retailer to Publisher webinar series. Just real quick, a few housekeeping things to go over. If you're not familiar with Zoom and interacting with our presenters during the presentation, you can hover over the screen. You'll see some controls show up at the bottom of the screen. You can click on the chat window button, and it will appear on the right side. There you'll have the option to either select panelists, which is myself and the team from BCW, and you can include them in the question. And you can also select panelists and attendees, and that will be visible to everyone on the call who can see the question. We will do the best to keep up with all the answers on the questions. So feel free to pop those in the right time. And then if there's an opportunity to, unmute yourself and to ask a question directly, feel free to do so. And then again, we'll be monitoring that, and hopefully we'll get those questions all answered in a timely manner that is relevant to the topic we're discussing at the time. If you're watching the video on our YouTube channel, make sure you like and subscribe to the channel so that you are updated for future videos. If you're a retailer and would like to be notified for future webinars, you can register to be notified using the link in the description. And with that and all that behind us, we're going to get rolling here. Rick is from BCW. He's got some new products going to show you. So we're also joined by Ken O'Brien, Andrew Phillips, and Ted, who's behind the curtain. We don't see Ted, but Ted is the guru behind the curtain, so we appreciate Ted joining us as well. But Rick, the stage is all yours. We look forward to learning more about the BCW items.
All right, thank you, Jim, and thank you everybody for joining this discussion. I am Rick with BCW Supplies. Today I have 4 exciting products to go over with you. We're going to start with what I think is going to be one of the best products for your Commander players, and that is going to be our Prime X4 XL. The Prime X4 XL is the larger version to the original Prime X4 gaming box. This box was really designed for smaller card-based games. Transformers comes to mind. I've seen people use it for standard decks. I use this for Blitz format in Flesh and Blood. This, however, is perfect for Commander. It's got the same latching lid, so it'll stay closed. You have 4 main cells in here that will hold 100 double-sleeved Commander magic cards. It does have removable dividers. The dividers have a spot to fit in the back sidewall storage area over here. So if you want to put plane chase cards in here, or you have somebody who collects the Commander oversized cards and has them in top loaders, they will fit in this larger cell, or just replace the divider back in. It has notches and locks into place, and you now have 4 cells for 100 double sleeve cards. It also has 2 removable dice cups for bits, tokens, and dice, as well as 2 storage areas over here that will hold sleeved cards that can be used for tokens, additional cards, So let's say you have a commander deck that you play casually, but you have cards to make it a more competitive deck. You can keep them all with you in this one box. This is a phenomenal box. The Prime X4 was originally reviewed by the professor at the Tulane Community College. He gave this box an A- with some critiques, most of them focusing on making it larger for commander decks. And we took everything that he had to say to heart when designing this. This is a fully loaded one. I do need to be careful. The cards will not slide when it's closed. Trying to deal with glare here. But as you can see, these are all double sleeved cards, and they do fit in here nicely with the dice. Lock it, rotate it, the cards stay in place. It does have some contact clarity, so you can see the cards or the decks that are in here, as well as dice, glass beads, tokens, things of that nature. I believe this has an MSRP of $24.95, making it the most cost-effective storage solution for multiple commander decks. It's nice, convenient size, will fit nicely into a backpack or a bag. So people going to their local game store can carry multiple decks or carry 4 decks to play a 4-person commander game all in one box with enough storage room for what they need, and dice and tokens as well. This product we are anticipating to be the first of next month, around the 7th. It should be available with that street date, I believe, of September 7th. Andrew can correct me if I'm wrong on that date. But that is the Prime X4 XL. The professor already has one and is in process of reviewing it. There are videos available on YouTube going over that specific product as well. So that's it for BCW, but BCW also has a new line that we're launching called Spectrum. Now, the Spectrum line is a process over the next couple of years where BCW will be taking our gaming product category and converting it over to the Spectrum line. The Spectrum line has a fresh new look, logo, and graphic, and we've taken a lot of care into designing this to be appealing on the shelf space, as well as very functional and products that are in demand. So the first one I want to talk to you guys about today is our Spectrum bit boxes. This is what the package looks like. This is what a shelf box looks like. It's designed to sit on a countertop. It's designed to sit on a shelf, or you can use the hang tags that are part of the packaging if you want to display them off hooks in your store. This will contain 4 plastic boxes that have a lid that will stay on. And it's designed to hold bits to board games. You can use these for bits or for tokens or whatever the board game has. The nice thing about this is you can take the lid off, set it on the table, and just use it as a tray on the table. These, I believe, have an MSRP of $4.49 for a pack of 4 bits boxes. And again, these are part of the new Spectrum line from BCW. Next, a product that a lot of people are probably going to be extremely happy to find is the bit tray. Now, this is a silicone-based tray. These are perfect for putting, again, bits or pieces to board games on a table, keeping your play space nice and organized. They will come in packs of 6. They will be offered in one pack that is a rainbow of colors, with orange, purple, blue, green, yellow, and red being in that 6-color pack. And then we have a 6-pack that is all black bit trays. These bit trays do store flat. Let me take these out here real quick. These do store flat and can be put with people's board games. And again, it's just these silicone notches here, these little tabs and holes. All you do is fold it over, push it through, and now you have one corner done. Repeat that process 4 times, and it's almost like David Copperfield. It's magic. Ta-da! You have a tray, perfect for storing your bits and board game pieces on the table. And it's nice that they come in multiple colors because you can you can kind of keep things color coded if you're in that market or in that headspace for your games. I do know that these products typically are available through small manufacturers. I believe, Andrew, am I correct? It's Board Game Geek that has these normally. Right. Mm-hmm. And they sell out of these at Gen Con every year. It's one of their largest selling items. I do know retail stores have a hard time keeping this product in stock when they can get it. And normally they've got to go through different channels. These will be available through distribution. And we will have plenty of these for you to stock in your store as well. And that is the bit trays. The bit trays, we're anticipating to have a release around November. Let me check my notes. On November 9th, and they will have an MSRP of $21.99 for a pack of 6 on either the full 6 different colors or the all black. So those are the new board game products for the Spectrum line that we're launching. And finally, we have our new deck box, which is the Spectrum Prism. And this is the packaging. This is actually a clear plastic corner here that has been cut out to allow the light to shine into the package for you to see the actual color of the box while still protecting it from dust, dirt, and scratches. The Spectrum is an injection molded plastic side loading deck box that has some transparency to it. This is available in 8 different colors. This is a 4 mil thick, so it's the same thickness as our competitors, Ultra Pro's Satin Tower. It's 2 mils thicker on the sidewalls from a boulder. Those are typically at a 2 mil thickness sidewall. And this is a side loading deck box. The nice thing about ours, yep, this is the right one. This will actually hold 100 double sleeved Magic the Gathering cards. And it's not too tight. They're as easy to pull the cards in and out. And it will hold them securely in a side loading. There's also translucency so you can see what cards. If you have your commander facing in the front, you can see which commander deck it is without having to actually open the box. Here's an example of one that is at 100 single sleeved, and you can see that there's still plenty of room in the box. The nice thing about the design is that as a side loading, it has these thumb cutouts. So instead of having to spill your box, you can just pinch both sides and lift it straight out. When I put it back in, I typically load the lid like so, put the bottom on and flip it over. And there you have the Prism Deck Box. Again, this will be available in 8 colors. We will have it in the translucent black. We have it in a translucent white or frosted white. We have it in red, orange, green, blue, yellow, and purple. For the 8 initial colors of launching, it does have a frosted finish on it, so it will not show scuffs, scratches, like something that has a gloss finish on it. These will have an MSRP of $9.99. And I believe we will have a large quantity of these available through distribution at their launch or close to their launch, and they are launching later this month. So those are our 4 new products. Really excited to kind of broaden BCW's gaming offerings. We're over the next couple of years, we have several products designed to launch to launch the not just card-based games, but board games, some miniatures potentially in the future, something for miniature storage. We're trying to expand and encompass role-playing games as well and cover the full spectrum, pardon the pun, of the, cover the full spectrum of gaming. Somebody asked me to mention the packaging. Again, here's the packaging. It is a matte finish, black on the cardboard with spot gloss on the lettering. It has a hang tag option that is in the center, so it'll stay nice and balanced. It has a plastic pyramid cutout, so you can see the light and the actual package through it. Super clean, super nice packaging. And again, it presents itself exceptionally well. The same for the Prism, the same for the bit box. The trays are in a clamshell plastic with the same type of packaging, but we wanted more of the trays exposed so people could see all the trays as well as the colors in the packs as well. Are there any other questions, concerns, comments that I can answer for you, or any demonstrations of the product that you would like to see? Please let me know. I'm more than happy to go through something else with you if you would like.
I'd like to point out
Yeah,
for the I'm sorry, go ahead, Jim.
No, go ahead, Andrew. Go ahead.
I was going to point out to the panelists that the Spectrum line was developed. I was brought on board with BCW about 2 years ago, and my job is to promote and create products and define products to bring to the market. I'm also a retailer as well. I own a store in outside of Atlanta, Georgia. So I also work for BCW as the product manager, but I also own a store as well. So a lot of these products I developed with BCW as a way to stuff I would like to see in my store being sold. And we're trying to create a whole category of products that encompasses the 4 big genres of gaming, as Rick alluded to, TCGs, RPGs, board games, and miniatures. So over the next couple of years, we're going to be rolling out new products, every couple months to kind of cater to that market. We want to try to make it a one-stop shop for stores that diversify, be able to go to one source to pick up all the products you need rather than having to go through a dozen different vendors to try to find it. So if you see any products in the future that you'd like us to try to develop or carry, we can certainly take a look at that. But we do have a couple of dozen items in the pipeline right now that we're hoping to get finished and announce and release over the next year or two.
Scott, there were 2 different token options. We have the bit tray, which is the silicone tray, and we have the bit box, which is the thin plastic clear storage option. Again, most people are probably going to use this for storing bits for board games that have outgrown their original packaging, or that they want to keep separate and organized within that box. These are perfect for that, as well as being able to use it on the tabletop to hold bits. And then the trays store flat with board games, and the trays are perfect for just setting up and putting different game pieces or tokens into it as needed for the game. I hope that answers your question. If it didn't, please clarify again, and I'll be more than happy to answer what I can.
If you're a big board game store and you've got board gamers who hate baggies, the bit boxes are definitely the way to go. So.
No, I think that answer that was a question on the Q&A rather than the chat that Scott moved over. So I think that answered the question, and appreciate that, Scott, for catching that. And yeah, any other questions for BCW? I will mention that obviously BCW is in Gen Con's backyard, so they will be set up and participating at Gen Con here in next month. So if you have the chance or the ability, or if you're be attending Gen Con, please stop by the BCW booth, introduce yourself, and I'm sure all those products will be available there, and you get your hands on them and try them out. There's a good chance that we will have product to be able to ship it before Gen Con and get it into your stores, but we'll see. I mean, everything these days is with all the delays and everything going on. I'm not going to guarantee anything, but hopefully we'll have that stuff in. We'll get it in your stores before then, but if not, you get a chance to see those products at Gen Con if you're attending.
We'll be at
There's
Origins
another-
as well too, Jim.
There you go. Or I keep forgetting about Origins. And then there was another question: how many bit boxes in a display?
So there are 4 of the bit boxes per box, and then the display. The display holds 10 boxes.
So you get
So-
40 boxes per display.
40 bit boxes per display.
For case counts for prisms, if people care about case counts, it's 24 of one color per case for the prisms. The case count for the bit boxes are 5 cases per master case, so that's 200 bit boxes in a master case. The bit trays come 6 per pack, and there's 10 packs per case, and each case is not mixed. It's either the assorted colors or it's all black. So that's what we have set up for those.
And I did drop links into chat for all the products that Rick had gone through. So if you get a chance, you can click on those, either now, leave them up on your screen. You can go after them afterwards. But all that product is there. The X4 is a separate link, and then the Spectrum line are link all combined. So you can look at both the bit boxes, the trays, and the new Prism Deck boxes in that link. And then we just did do on the GTS Facebook page, we did some marketing on the Prism Deck boxes yesterday. That's getting a real good response to it. We're getting a lot of eyes looking at those. So there is a tremendous amount of interest out there on those products. We're expecting some good orders to come in on those. So keep an eye up on that. We did do the Prime X4 campaign a few weeks back. I believe those orders were due on those items last week, but you're still more than welcome to get orders in on those as well with your GTS rep. And then we are expecting to do some marketing on the bit trays and the bit boxes here in the next day or two. So you should see that on the GTS Facebook page here soon, but more than welcome to hit that link that I provided on the chat, and you'll be able to access the product information on the GTS website for those items. Any questions? Any last questions? Anything on the BCW end separate from the new items? Maybe stuff for the fourth quarter into 2022 that you guys want to share with us real quick, or?
Stuff we'd like to talk about, but unfortunately, under pain of death, we are restricted from talking about it for a couple more months.
Understandable.
We
problem.
We will be at Gen Con. We will also be at Origins. So if you are, like Jim said, if you are in attendance, please stop by and say hi. Take a look at the product. We love to discuss it. If you have any ideas for future products or products that you carry in your store that you struggle to get in, that are in the board game role-playing genre, please reach out to Andrew. We are always looking for ways to innovate and make product that will fit in your customer base's needs. So our emails are open, our doors are open, phones open. Stop by and say hi. We'd love to talk to you.
There is a question on the Q&A, guys. It says, when will you have a restock on inner sleeves? Do we have a date? My customers are desperate. That's from Steven.
So I assume you're looking for top loading inner sleeves as opposed to like the side loading inner sleeves. So we get constant restocks just about almost every month to 2 months for most of our mainline supplies. Of course, with back orders being what they are and people constantly putting orders in, when will we have some available so that you can just casually either go to our website or GTS gets a restock from us all the time. So best thing to do is to put an order in through GTS and get that on an order. And Jim's really good about checking those and checking with his reps to make sure what they need. So a definitive date, we can't point to a day and say we expect them to arrive this day and that there'll be some available that are not already going to back orders and pre-orders. So
Yeah, Andrew's right. I mean, the best thing to do is reach out to your GTS sales rep. If you don't have orders on the books already, please do. That's the best way. It's really difficult with the availability situation, not just with these inner sleeves. It's everything across the supply line. And it's not just the key sellers anymore. It's everything top to bottom. As soon as we get product in, it gets wiped out. So the best way to kind of safeguard against that is make sure you get some orders in with your reps. And then there are products we do get allotted amounts in. We can't fill the full balance of what we get in on what we have on order. So the reps get an allotment that they can dole out to their customers based on who has product on order at the time. So the safest bet is to get those orders in and put it on the books. And that also helps us on a purchasing side because we need to know what the true demand is. We've got a fair amount of product on back order with all our vendors. It's been that way for a while. They're all in a situation where they're trying to get us as much product as possible, but obviously there's other people out there asking for the same thing that we're asking for. So it's a tough thing right now. So, as Andrew mentioned, we are getting regular flows of inventory, but they're not to the point where we have available back stock sitting on the shelf that just are grabbable and you can go get it for the most part, especially with the better sellers. So the best thing to do there is get those orders in with your rep. Let the rep know you're looking for them. He or she can keep an eye open for them if they see something come into our daily receipts reports, and then they can, hopefully the light will go off and they'll give you a call and fill those orders accordingly.
And one other thing you may look at, if I may, Jim, if you're looking for inner sleeves and regular TCG sleeves, like the Elite 2 sleeves, we do offer a combo pack that has the BCW Elite 2 sleeves, and it does come with 100 top-loading inner sleeves and a plastic card deck box. I believe we may have some available. I don't know GTS's inventory, though. I apologize. I don't have access to that. But that would be another way if they're looking for sleeves for their cards and inner sleeves. The combo pack does have top-loading inner sleeves in it.
And
Yeah,
gentlemen,
Jim has some available.
I'm showing availability, at least here at BCW, on or about the 6th of September is what I'm showing now.
Yeah, and Rick just mentioned those combo packs. Those are great. I sell them in my store. It comes with a deck box, 100 sleeves and 100 inner sleeves. Retails for $11.99. So, it's the same cost as a pack of Dragon Shields, but you get the inner sleeves and a box to store them in. And the combo packs, GTS does have some availability in the Florida and St. Louis hubs for those items. So if you're close to those warehouses, they do have some availability in almost all the colors.
And real quick, I just want to take a minute to thank and appreciate the customers that have joined us today. And also, I appreciate your patience with everything that's going on. Obviously, this pandemic, we're well into it now. It's almost become second nature in terms of how you react to it from a retailer standpoint or from our standpoint, a distributor standpoint about stocking product. Obviously, we're doing everything we can. Same with BCW and all the vendors that we work with to, keep up with the demand that's out there. It seems like the demand, even though you ramp it up 10 times, it needs to get ramped up 20 times. And that's kind of where we are right now. I will tell you from our end, we are seeing more products start to flow in from all our vendors. That's been, a positive sign. We do have a significant amount of supply inventory right now compared to where we've been in the past. But it's, again, the key sellers, the main thing people are looking for. I mean, obviously that's a universal problem, and there's not enough of that product right now that we can actually have product on the shelf that you can just, order that day and fill an order. For the most part, that stuff gets all gobbled up. If it's not by existing pre-orders or back orders, it gets gobbled up once it comes in and the reps see that the product's in the warehouse. So hopefully, we're going to get to a point here soon that we're past that. We're back to normal. I don't know when that date's going to be. I pray that it's soon. But with that said, we appreciate everybody's patience and understanding. Everybody's doing the best they can on their end. The demand still out there is still huge across the board with the interest that, the CCG categories, the sports card categories, the entertainment stuff, everything has just created demand out there and brought in new collectors that, has kind of ramped it up to a level that, you know, it's not easy to flip a switch and get going on it. So everybody's doing the best they can. BCW, they haven't spoken to it, but I know they've moved to a new, bigger, larger warehouse here of lately, that they're, you know, that's their response to moving forward in this new reality, basically. So they're gearing up in their new warehouse and you know, have more space, more people working there, more, you know, more trucks coming and going, the whole deal. So it's kind of, again, it's a new world that we're living in. There are some vendors now that obviously are moving and turning on a dime and doing what they have to do to kind of react to that and get in the best position to put product out in the marketplace. BCW has done that. Some others are doing it as well. So hopefully we'll pass those days. But again, it's going to be, we've got to kind of button down the hatches here for the next few months, especially going into the holidays and, you know, see where things go. But we are continuing to place the orders with the vendors. They're continuing to fill as best they can. And obviously we're trying to get product out to you. So we appreciate everybody's patience and, you know, we appreciate the patronage as well and giving GTS the business. So we thank you very much for that. Okay. Is that it? Any last questions? Last chance with the BCW crew, unless you're attending Gen Con or Origins to meet with them. I don't see any. I'm checking the questions real quick. I don't see any new things. So I guess with that, unless BCW, any closing remarks? Nope.
Sure, why not? Sure, why not? Remember, when it comes to collecting, storing, and displaying your hobbies or collectibles, BCW has you covered.
There you go. And that's the man. All right, everyone. I appreciate people calling in and joining us today. All the items that we talked about are available for pre-order on the GTS website. So reach out either to your rep or order online and get those ordered if you haven't done so already. We're expecting the Spectrum line, and as I mentioned, with the marketing we've done, we've already seen a huge response come back on that. So we're excited about that. And usually when we see a big response like that, it translates to orders on our end, which means there's interest out there in the collectible community. So that's a good sign to see. We're excited about that. We've already put in some decent sized orders on the Spectrum deck cases with the BCW crew already. So we're right now, without, you know, getting a few more days or, you know, the orders on the Spectrum box, I don't believe are due until next week, late next week. So we expect to get some good orders here over the next week and be able to have product in place and in stock when that product releases next month. So do the best you can to get those orders in. We'll get them ordered for you, get them into the particular warehouse that you deal with, and we'll go from there in terms of restocks and stuff like that. So again, we appreciate it. Real quick to close, if you're watching this video on your YouTube channel, make sure you like and subscribe to the channel so that you're updated for future videos. And if you're a retailer and would like to be notified for future webinars, you can register to be notified using the link in the description. And with that, I will wish everybody a good Wednesday. Everybody at BCW have a great Gen Con and Origins. And we appreciate you joining with us on this GTS webinar series. And everybody out there on the retail side, good luck. Thank you for joining us and have a good day, everyone. Thank you.
Thank you, everyone.
Thank you.